Hey everybody, Tom Coleman here with a couple of my good friends. My partner Dustin C. Slade here, and he still has a little ear trouble today, so I am so sorry to hear about that, my man. And how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. It's nice and sunny. I'm ready for summer.
Yay! And of course, we have Melanie Hall is with us today. She was able to join us, and she's got some pretty big news. You want me to tell it, or you want to tell it?
Ooh, I can barely hold my withdraw. Ooh, I can barely speak. On Saturday, I was notified that I am now a YouTube partner, and that's pretty big.
Yay!
What that means is I have gone through some steps that now they're opening up the YouTube Academy to me where I can learn more, and they're opening up more apps that I can use. And if I go through some more steps, I can eventually do some YouTube beta testing with them. So that was like super good to me.
Congratulations. I'm
Yay.
proud of you. I think that's fantastic.
And this was the direction I thought I would never go, because I my videos are uploaded to YouTube, of course, but I never thought that that I would be going through this vein and having that opportunity. So it was just wild.
Cool, cool. Well, one of the things we were talking about before we did this was I posted this to a couple of my Twitter accounts, and I just wanted to see if because you can play a video on Twitter and you can post your top tweet or whatever you want to post to the top of your stream. So y'all talk amongst yourself. Let me go check this out. Unless do you want to go? Look real quick, because I may drop audio if I do
I'm
this.
on your main Tom Coleman page.
Oh, okay. And on Twitter, is it?
Yeah,
You see it? Is it showing any? What's it showing?
doesn't autoplay, but
No, it doesn't autoplay. But I think if you click it, it'll play.
it'll play if you click it.
Oh,
So I'm gonna leave that posted up there for a week.
wow. So Dustin, you're able to see what we just said like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That is
Well, it
live.
starts it from the beginning, so it's not that buffered.
Well,
Cool.
that's still good, because then whoever clicks in it 10 minutes from now can still see it. So that is progress. Tom, yay, Tom. Thanks, Dustin.
And
Thanks, Tom.
the thing about it, you can actually post that up to the top of. I mean, you can post that and keep it up there as long as you want it.
Hmm.
So and people can share it and everything else. And a lot of times, if you've got people that share your stuff, a lot of times they will share what's on the top of your post because they know that's what you're promoting. So if you've got people that you're tweeting with and that are buds and stuff, a lot of times they'll share that stuff. Some of them, if they don't like it, they won't share it. But if they like it, they'll share it. So it's cool.
That's so
Um,
good. Whew.
Yay! So that's better than Facebook. Take that, Facebook.
And you like that?
Of course, Facebook dark ads still rule though. So and we've done a thing on that. So I'll put that down at the bottom. But if you want to see Facebook dark post work, so if you want to check that out, we'll have that down below here too. But anyway, so we wanted to talk a little
Why
bit
don't
about
you,
ads. Go ahead.
real quick, just tell us how you did your pinned tweet to the top? That's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Why don't you share the screen and go to your YouTube? Go to your here. Hang on a second. Don't do anything. Let me get the link. Where's the link to this thing? Where are the links? We got links. Okay, there's links. Okay, let me grab a link. I'm gonna grab the YouTube link, because what you want to do is you want to take. It's not, for some reason it's not sticking where I can grab it. Okay, there we go. YouTube. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna paste this link in the chat box.
Okay.
Well, I can't get it to. Every time I get up there and try and grab it, it disappears.
Doesn't like it on Facebook, or was that on the Google chat?
Well, no, I mean it's on Facebook, but you have to click it and it takes you to the event page. So it won't actually play on it'll play on your blog though, and so I need to start putting this on my blog. But let's see. I can't. I think I can grab the link. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can get to my page. But what you do is you take the YouTube link. If you go to the event page and crap, I can't get into it. I've got to go through too many different things to get this thing going because of what I've got going on. But basically, if I'll just show you how to do it. Dustin, go to your YouTube channel, and I'll show you how to put a post up there.
My Twitter or YouTube?
Twitter. I'm sorry. And everybody should do this. If you're on Twitter at all, anything that you're promoting or want to promote, you should put it on the top of your Twitter feed. And go ahead and share your screen, and I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
Okay. So pick a tweet that you want to promote.
Okay.
Something that you like, and preferably it's got a picture on it or a video on it.
This is the one that's decent.
Okay. See where right there where it says more. Come down there and it says pin it to the top or something like that. It has to be yours. It can't be a shared thing. It's got to be your deal. And just say okay, and then refresh the screen, and there it is. And it'll stay there until you move it. Okay.
Nice.
And, do me a favor. Go to Tom Coleman. Go to my main thing, and I'm gonna show you. This is kind of cool. If you're doing Hangouts, you're on Twitter. Even if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter and go post this to Twitter. Okay, click that link. Just click that YouTube video just for fun. This is what we're doing right now. There we are, and we're talking. So go ahead and stop.
Got a better buffer than I thought.
Yeah, but when you click that, it's going to play. So
it's playing. I just muted it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because we don't want to play it on the thing. So go ahead and but that's playing on my YouTube channel, and people can share that. While you're there, go ahead and share that if you would.
I did already. I retweeted it.
Thank you, man.
Because it's convenient to share while you're there. Sometimes that's all right.
Let's get off that. But I just was wondering about that today, and thought I'd stick it up there, and we'd find out today if that works. So that
when you grab this video to put in Twitter, do you grab the link or the embed code?
What I do is I put it through Buffer, and I make my statement, and then it's the YouTube link that you buffer. So it's actually the YouTube link for the HOA, and that's what that is. That's that link right there.
Okay.
But it's when you're setting up your Hangout, you're setting it up on the you go to Hangouts, and you set it up, and when you get finished down there, there's the links, and you've got an embed code, you've got a let's see what you've got. You've got a YouTube page, you've got a event page, and you've got a video embed. What you want to do is you want to take the YouTube page, because that and use that and tweet that out. And what that'll do, if you tweet that out and you can attach it to the top of your Twitter profile, it'll remain there for as long as you keep it up there. And typically you want to rotate that out. I mean, I try and rotate that out every day, but I'm gonna try and maybe leave it up there, or put it pin it back and up there from time to time, because I've got different things I want to promote on that. But that is really cool because people can actually watch that as they're on Twitter. So
wow.
go ahead and back off that if you would. But thanks.
That's really good.
So, I mean, We should have been doing that all along. We probably could have been doing this for a while, and I just found out about it. But I found out something else neat on Twitter too, though. Like one of the things that is kind of fascinating me on Twitter is I like people sharing a lot of video and people sharing a lot of pictures, more pictures than video. But one of the things, I mean, the pictures look really nice, and I've got buffer. Buffer is now, if you've got the buffer tab on your toolbar, they've added a little thing to it so that you can share anything to buffer. You can send it out as a tweet now. You can send it to your buffer stack, and there's three choices. I forget what the other one is, but they just added that, and you can buffer any picture anywhere. If I think you have to be signed into Buffer to do it, because I'm always signed in, and that's when it's showing up. But it's showing up as a little blue button on my Google Plus page. It's showing up pretty much everywhere I go that there's a picture on, and that is really cool. But Pinterest, I have a Pinterest button that I keep on my browser, and so I can pin anything that I come across too. And like when I'm on Twitter, what that does is it puts, not all the time, and I ran across a post, but most of the time if you're on a picture, I can pin that to Pinterest, okay? And if you're on Twitter, what you're doing, and one of the things I was using it with was Bruce Van Horn had a post, and this is where I found it, and it was an inspirational quote that I really liked. And so what I did was I made a comment on it, okay? I pinned it, and when you and I put it on Facebook too. But when you click that link, it will take you I think it takes you directly to the Twitter post, and it's segregated as a Twitter post, and so you can see my comment there. So I mean, to me, it's just a way. So people can share it on Pinterest, this, that, and the other, and it's got me attached to it. But it also has if you're commenting, it's kind of like commenting on a blog post, I think. And you know how that spreads out through. So it's kind of like I think you can kind of like bring commenting to Twitter through Pinterest. Now, one of the things that's kind of freaky about Pinterest, because I tried to give a shout out to Ray Higdon and Jess Higdon as being, I put some comment like, the best people to have your back, Jess and Ray Higdon, and this was on Twitter, and I was posting it up on Pinterest, and it truncated the @ symbols. So it picked up somebody else, and I had to go out and delete the whole thing. Oh. But so you kind of gotta watch your @ symbols on Pinterest. But I just thought it was really cool, and I put out I mean, how does that strike y'all? Am I just crazy, or does that make sense?
It's not crazy. It's crazy genius, right? Or did I just quote some famous commercial?
Well, I think it's cool as heck. I mean, it blew my mind, but I'm not getting anybody saying, "Oh, that's cool." So I figured maybe I'm just wrong.
No, it is, because anytime you find a time saver tool, just like Hootsuite also has the same thing you described with Buffer. So anytime I'm on my desktop or my laptop, I have a little Hootsuite button that shares whatever I was just looking at. So it already aggregates what that post is and includes the short link. And I think that's what you were describing. And
well, that's one of the things. But one of the things that I love, I've got there are apps on that you can put on your browser, on your Google Chrome browser, and like when I'm in Twitter, I can see everybody's clout score. Okay?
Oh.
And I can also pin anything to Pinterest that I see as a picture on Twitter. That's what I did with that. I saw a quote thing, and I've got a quote category on on Pinterest, and so I just took that quote and put it in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
And it also distributes stuff from there. It distributes back to Twitter from there too, but
So we
that's
should
what I
be
was using
curious.
for that. But and I was just that was just kind of an aside that Buffer's got that little thing going on
Yeah.
too, so
So
you
we
can
should
do
be
that too.
encouraged to explore. We should be encouraged to explore the Google apps that are available.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got a 10 course thing on YouTube about the top 10 Twitter tools that I use, and Mention Map is one of them. I don't know if y'all know about Mention Map, but Mention Map, you go out and you can track, um, like if you're trying to get some kind of campaign where you want to meet somebody or something, and they're famous or something like that. Basically, you can stalk them with that tool, and you can find out who they're tweeting with and everything else. It's a relationship tool. You can go out there and build relationships with anybody in the world on Twitter.
Hmm.
You can also do that on Google Plus here too. But
Well, and that's the
um,
ultimate fan following. If you want to be in the same city, go to the same city where your favorite artist is performing, let's say, or speaking. That's the ultimate relationship tool because you can like be where they are physically.
well, I mean, I taught I taught somebody how to use that, and she was wanting to talk to a country music star. And she was able to do that using this tool. I showed her how to use it, and she was able to actually get into a conversation with him on Twitter using
Wow.
that tool. And I mean, you can do that kind of stuff. It's just a relationship tool because
Wow.
if you can't talk to them individually, you can talk to some people maybe that they're talking to and establish relationships with them. And then you know how relationships go. You go, oh yeah, I know him or her. They're good people. If they say something to you, yeah, they're fine, that kind of thing. So it's just one of those kind of deals.
Wow.
So, I mean, is that helpful to anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, that's
Justin,
neat.
what do
I
you
think
think
that
about that? Go ahead.
I was going to say that I think that segues well into hashtags. How to really utilize the power of hashtags with this.
Yeah, two things about that, and then I've taken up much more talking here than I wanted to, but I think that and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but when you come on Google, it's in your settings. If you go down on the left-hand side, you're on Google Plus. It's down in your settings. You can go there, and it's down toward the bottom of the settings, and the hashtag is down there. But I think Google automatically, when you come on to Google Plus, that's automatically checked. I don't know if it is or not, but I think that it
I
is.
think it is. Yeah.
And what that does, so if you forget to hashtag it, Google will put hashtags on there for you. But you can uncheck that if you want and control your own hashtags. And like you said, you've got 7 hashtags that you want to do, and that's one of the things that you kind of want to do. You want to, but if you take hashtags, you can find your stuff. You can find posts by people on subjects that you're interested in, and you can find your stuff and you can disseminate your stuff out so that people can find it in search and on Google Plus, and a lot of it will hit the SERPs too. So
Hmm.
that's. Let me shut up, y'all.
One neat thing of how hashtags first came to birthing themselves, or how they were created. They were created so the fresh content of that conversation rolls to the top of the feed. So that's why they first invented them. So like if you were watching American Idol, that show American Idol, and you wanted to see what people were saying about American Idol right at this minute, you could put the hashtag American Idol, and you would see only the hashtags first before the regular conversation. So it was a way of staying the most current, and they flow really, really fast. So when that came to creation, people started using them. Everybody wants to enhance upon a standard. So now we have hashtags that are being used all over the place, and LinkedIn now accepts hashtags in their posts. Of course, Google Plus and Twitter. Of course, Twitter.
Well, I
And
think
Facebook,
Twitter
I think.
started it, didn't they? Or
Yeah.
I don't remember who exactly started, but I think it was Twitter that got it going, and then it's just kind of gone everywhere from there.
Yeah, and you can even have them in your blog post content. You know, I mean, you can use them anywhere. I've seen people who, they have signage on their car, their automobile. They'll have a hashtag on their automobile. And, so they're widely accepted. This hashtag thing isn't so foreign to anyone, or shouldn't be anymore.
Yeah, well, and I want to give a shout out to Ronnie Bencher too, because one of the things when I was looking at some stuff for the show today, he's got a post, and I shared it and put it on my profile. But it's all about hashtag. It's got like 113 lines or something to it, and it's pretty. I mean, it's great. It's a great piece of content. So y'all go take a look at it. And but one of the things that he had, for a while you couldn't hashtag. You couldn't use the hashtag in comments. It wasn't showing. But on that, he had it crossed out and says that hashtags are working in comments now. And I don't know what the date of that post is. So I don't know if it's an older post or a newer post. But you can go look at it. And evidently, he hadn't changed it back. So evidently, hashtags work in Google Plus posts too. And if that's the case, I think that's pretty cool. I'll start using them in Google Plus posts. So people may not know about that. So, Did you know about that, Melanie?
I utilize them all the time, and if they're not.
But in the comments, comments. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was working in comments.
And then when I see it, it still is still clickable. It's still, it keeps it, and you can click on it. So yeah, I've noticed that a little bit, recently, but because I would always include them, and sometimes when I wouldn't see them, I thought, silly me, I didn't do the hashtag on that. But so
well,
yeah,
now on your post. On your post, Google is automatically picking that up if you've got that set in your settings. So anytime you're doing a post, it should automatically post up there, even if you forget it. But in the comments, and
it will decide for you what the hashtag will be. Yeah,
which is not necessarily right, and you can change that. You can change that too. You just go up there and click on it and exit out. And you can put a different hashtag up there. But I'm sorry.
You can have the best of both worlds. Why not keep that default and then add your additional hashtags?
Well, I like a particular hashtag to be at the top because that's what is the thing. Go ahead.
It highlights a main one.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Dustin.
I was gonna say it highlights a main one when you do a post. It'll highlight what it thinks the main hashtag should be. And then you can hover over it and decide whether or not you want that to remain your main hashtag.
Yeah. So let's see. We got any questions coming in? I may be too late putting up the Q&A app. I don't know if it'll show up. Anybody got any questions out there? Okay.
I've got a tip from last week. We were going through the pictures, and I was asking, how do you get some of your profile down so that you have 15 gigabytes? And I found the way to do that. In the Google Plus, if you just drop down over your profile, the little hover down menu on the left, and click on Photos.
Yep.
It will allow you to go in there and see everything that you posted and be able to delete stuff from there. So. I had stuff back from 3 years ago that was still up there and eating up space.
There's
like Happy New Year 2010, 2011. You don't need that stuff up there.
Hey, listen, I ran across something that says if you put your photos in Picasa, you have unlimited storage. And there's a Picasa.
That's a Google app too, right?
Yeah, it's on the left-hand side in your it's on the left-hand side in Google Plus, and I haven't played with that, but I saw that today. So if that's accurate, maybe you can move all your stuff to Picasa, and you don't have to delete anything. And just when you want to pull stuff and share it, go to Picasa and share it from there.
That's a good idea.
And I saw that I saw that today. So and I hadn't tested it, so I don't know for a fact that's true. But if that's true, that helps solve that problem too.
Yeah, Picasa's been a Google product for a long, long time, so you can trust it. You can trust it for storage.
Right.
But I mean, you have unlimited storage in it. Do you know if that's accurate or not?
That I can't verify, but
Okay.
It seems like they have, because I know everybody starts out with little, but because they want to keep competitive, I think they just have so much space available. I mean, a
Okay.
lot of space available.
Yep. So what 7 hashtags do you use, Melanie?
Well, let me get my sticky
What
notes.
are your top 3? Let me start there.
Achieve Beyond, because that's part of the hashtag for Big Uptick Social Marketing, so that's the one I use a lot. Achieve
Say it
Beyond.
again. Achieve
Achieve
beyond.
Beyond.
Okay.
Achieve Beyond, 2 words, because taglines today should be 2 words or 3 words. The thing where they're 10 words, those days are gone. So 2 to 3 words. And then I have Melanie Help Outs, so that gets in there. And then the next one that is my biggest one is Place to Practice, because that goes with the Lights, Camera, HOA. So those are and then Lights, Camera, HOA is like the 4th one, but my other ones are related to my name and then the company name. But Achieve Beyond is my number 1.
Okay, cool. Dustin, what are your top 3 hashtags?
Last week I told you about that tags for likes site. Did you check that out at all?
No, I didn't. Shame on me, and I forgot about it too. Mention it again.
It's a
Let me
great
write
one.
it down. If I don't write stuff down and do it right then, it doesn't get done.
Let me just screen share for a sec.
Yeah, please. While you do that, I got to grab a cup of coffee. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Here it is. Can you see that, Melanie?
Yes. Well, I see you right now, but now you're not on screen share.
What happened? Try that again. There we go. This tags for likes, it's actually, I didn't know if it was for Apple too, but it's for Apple and Google. It can go straight on your phone, makes it nice if you're posting pics from your phone. But it's also nice here because you can just choose any of these categories here. Travel one a lot. These are the categories in there, cars, motorcycles, skateboarding, health, fitness, bodybuilding, sports, dance, soccer, football. So that's what's in the travel one, and then you can grab the top tags of that particular
subject
category.
Yeah, cool. Tell me the name of the site again.
It's Tags for Likes.
Tags for Likes. Okay, cool.
And you can either download that straight to your phone or tablet or whatever, or just come to the website, pick a category, and then just take the category, take the top hashtags from there so you don't have to look them up. And then I use the White Rabbit, WHYT Rabbit, has been part of my my campaign, just as something different that I put out. Follow the White Rabbit.
Cool. We've got hey Catherine Wilfong, how are you? Big shout out. She's asked a question here. Let me see if I can put it up on the screen. Okay, is it on the screen? Can y'all see it?
It is.
Not yet.
Okay. It says, hey Tom, Melanie, Dustin, great show. Could you show me how to hover over the hashtag on a post and change it? I used my own by adding, but I didn't know I could change the ones that G Plus adds. Yeah, Dustin, let me click done on that. And would you share your screen and go to a post, and let's just show that on the screen if you would.
Can you see that? Like all these hashtags I put in here, and then this is where you can hashtag over.
Share your screen. Share your screen. Because I'm seeing.
I shared it. It's not sharing again. Huh. Did that twice.
Yeah. No screen share yet.
It's coming now.
So when you go to your, here's one where I took the panoramic shot. I put in the hashtags. I put in my blog address. And
she's talking. She's talking about the hashtags up at the top.
But when you put your hashtags in here, if you hover over, this is where you can choose to X out of them.
Yeah. There we go.
So weather, it's not really weather hashtag. You could edit those out. Can you edit the main hashtag? No, it won't let you take it. Just let you take out what Google says is the main hashtag. Does that answer your question?
So does that mean you do have to change that
Hover over the
default in the
hashtag on
settings?
post. No,
It would be easier that way.
It's the one that he's hovering over right now. See, you get up to 3 hashtags up the top. I think that's the one she's talking about.
Okay.
Right.
And change it. So what you can do is you can delete it out, and then you can go down and add it down at the bottom of the post, and it should put them back up there. Whatever you want. I mean, you can delete all of them out, or you can delete one of them out. I don't know if you can sort them. Do you know if you can sort them, anybody?
I don't think you can replace them once you X them out of here. Not really a sunshot.
I think you can. I think you can. So try
That's
it and
something
see.
to investigate.
I mean, have you got one you don't mind? Or you
If I
go to
edit
one of my
both-
posts. You go to one of my posts, and I don't care if we play with one of mine.
Well, I just X those out of there, and it's got my tags in there. It took it out, took them all out.
Okay, well, come down and edit your post, though. Come down and edit your post. Take out the hashtags you've got down at the bottom that you X'd out of, and then put in different hashtags. Oh, you got a ton of them.
That's where I took the
But
problem.
don't take all of them out. Just take how many did you pull out? Did you pull out 3 of them?
Yeah.
Take out the ones that you deleted, and then add a couple more.
I didn't put the white rabbit in there. Jeez.
Oh, cool. Well, let's get that one up there.
I don't think it will resave it. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, see, it does. Yeah.
It took the next. It took the next 3 in line, is what it did.
Yeah, I mean it typically does that. But if you'll X them out and then go down and delete them out of the post and then put whatever hashtags you want in there down at the bottom, it'll pick them up. So no problem.
Let's just try and rearrange it a little bit.
Hope that helps, Catherine.
Wow.
No, it won't let me edit the rest of them out.
Thanks. I didn't know I could X out of this. This is cool. Yay!
Yeah, that's great. I feel richer already, man. With the Twitter thing you shared today, Tom, and Dustin doing this exercise, I feel really enriched today.
Oh, good. Good. Hope I'd like to provide a little bit of value every now and then. All right, cool. So, how we doing?
I came to a notepad so I could edit this a little bit differently. It wouldn't let me change the lineup of the tags. So let's see what happens when I change the whole thing here.
Let me blue box you there. All right, you got it. We got you on screen. So what do you're going in there on that post and just working with that post and trying to change the tags around?
Yeah, let's see if it will let me change these out of here. Why is it not letting me? Let's see if it takes the top 3.
It should if they were empty. As long as they were empty.
It took Mother Nature, and that's all it took. The second one.
Okay.
Didn't like the White Rabbit and the Androidnesia. There's probably not enough edited in that. Mother Nature works for me.
Well, I usually don't put more than 3 hashtags on a post, though. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what happens when you put a bunch of them on there. I know some of the photographers put a bunch of them on there.
Well, what I do is I will put maybe 2 hashtags within my content of a post, and then below it list some other hashtags, so that when people read the text, they're not stumbling upon all those hashtags, because that's just plain rude, when you have too many, So just limit how many you actually put in your verbiage, and then underneath if they want to scroll further down at the end of the post, then they can choose to read the other ones.
Well, I kind of I don't put any hashtags generally in my post verbiage per se,
Oh,
and I just use them down at the bottom like a footnote because they're down there and they end up where it's clickable.
yeah.
And I figure most people know how to do that. And if you click one of those hashtags in that link there like that, I think it'll go out there and select all the posts
Hmm.
for that hashtag. You can
Yeah.
actually click that link that we were talking about that Dustin was Xing out of. If you click it, it'll take you and show you all the posts related to that, I believe. So try that.
Well,
It
the reason
will.
why I put it in the text is to get people used to seeing hashtag Achieve Beyond. So I will try to include that word in a inspirational message, like take a look at this video. The monkey achieved beyond what he thought he could. You know what I mean? If it's
Yeah.
so that way they get used to reading it in verbiage.
Well, that's probably a good idea. I mean, I think that's a good idea. So maybe I'll play around with that a little bit too. So,
Yeah.
but what I really like is that you can put hashtags in comments.
That is cool.
I think that's just neat as it could be, because I use Google Plus, YouTube, and some Facebook and stuff like that too. So. Um,
And I encourage you guys to use Instagram. It's a big one for
yeah,
hashtags for Instagram.
that was one of the things I wanted to get going while I was down in Florida, down at Orlando. And oh, by the way, the Marriott, that's the JH Marriott Grand Lakes Resort. If you ever go down there, the staff down there is unbelievably great.
Nice.
So I mean, it's a wonderful venue, and we had a blast down there. And that's some of the things that we can talk about. I've come back. I got to put some spreadsheets together and do some stuff like that. But we did some. Jess Higdon did some really great training on Facebook. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff going down there. Vince Reed was down there on traffic. I mean, so many people were down there. It was just amazing. Mark Herbert was there, Russ Whitney, Kevin Harrington, Vince Reed. I mean, I just have to go back and see all the
Bet you
people.
got some good notes on that one.
Man, I got a whole book of notes. So it's just, I got to go back and sort through it and stuff like that. But it was really cool. But one of the things that Jess was talking about, she actually does about 7 posts a day. She broke down exactly how many of each type of post and stuff like that. So I want to kind of share some information like that too. So anyway, so where are we? Anybody got any more questions out there? Let's see what we got. Catherine Wilfong, you're my hero today, Catherine. Thank you. I love it when people ask questions. It's just fantastic. So it helps everybody because you don't know what people don't know, and so and it helps get content out there that people want to see, because I guarantee if anybody has a question about anything, there's probably at least 100 to 1,000 people that have the same question. So if you help to answer that, that helps an awful lot of people. It's all about helping people. So, Catherine, you're my hero today. Thank you.
Yeah, it spurred the conversation, so we all learn something new.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So I think we're about to the end of our show here, unless anybody's got another little thing that they want to talk about real quick. Or Dustin, you got anything?
I've been using that tags for likes in the Instagram and the InstaQuote that I've been using through Instagram, and I think that's a great way. You pick up a ton of followers quickly. Just another one of the social medias that I like, and I like it because let me tell you where it goes out to. When you make one post through Instagram, you're able to set up your other accounts for let's see, you got Flickr, you got Google Plus, you got, I'm just doing, so I had to go off memory. You have 4 places that you can go other than Instagram, so basically one post turns into 4 different posts. It's Facebook, Tumblr, Flickr, and Twitter.
Tumblr's pretty good to put stuff on too. I mean, that's a pretty good venue too. So that's pretty cool.
when you do a automatic post like that, I'll show you here. Okay.
Yeah, that was
Oh no, I shouldn't have screen shared. I meant to use my camera.
okay. That was one of the things that I wanted to get going when I was down there, and I just did not get it going.
When you have a picture to post on, you can just go ahead and share it, and it automatically has your accounts for these other social medias.
Yep, I see Facebook, Twitter, Foursquare. Yep.
Well,
Cool.
I
Dustin,
like that aspect.
let me ask a question. With Instagram being so photo rich, how would you suggest a company that has services that really doesn't have a big plethora of images, you know? How
Well,
do we just create memes, or what would you suggest?
I'm gonna tell you, if you don't know the answer to that, I do.
go
So
ahead. Go ahead. You can answer that.
here's what you could do. You don't have any clickable links in Instagram, okay, except in your bio, right? Your bio's got a clickable link in it. So whatever you're promoting, you send them to your bio and make that your clickable link that goes where you want them to take it, where you want them to click on and go somewhere. Put a CTA in your picture to click on the link in your bio to get the information, and you can send them like that. So you can change that. So that's.
But you're asking, what do you do if you don't have pictures, a bunch of pictures to share, right? You list a business and you
No,
have.
I think so. Oh, okay. If I misunderstood, did I misunderstand?
No, well, you had additional help, Tom. But yeah, but it's fine. And Dustin, it's right. Like, I have pictures that I've created to promote different things for Big Uptick. But I don't, and I'm not like the photographer that has like 1,000 pictures of the seashore and the seashells, and so it's always a question, like, what do people who have service business cores, what kind of images would be good to put on a platform that is supposed to be image rich? You know, we don't have, you know, like if you had a grocery store, would you just post pictures of, you know, the produce aisle? You know, seriously.
Yep, you would.
Yes.
And the waiting area, little pictures of nuts and bolts. I mean, anything on there. There's, you know, people that will put on that. But one of the interesting things that April Marie Tucker talked about in her training is as you create an image, and say you put like a inspirational quote in there, you also add in at the bottom your URL for wherever you're posting to. So, you know, it's not a clickable link, but it's in the image, and it's, you know, if you were a business like that, it might be a good way to do it.
Well, here's the thing though. If you're promoting something, you typically promote it more than one day. And I mean, I think you should put it down there too, but I think you should also take them to your profile and have your clickable link on your promotion. It's just like your Twitter feed. If you've got what you're promoting up at the top of the feed, you can click that link and take them wherever you want to take them. And the same thing happens in that clickable link in your bio. So you just edit that and change it and send them to your bio to click on it. And people come in and click on that link all the time anyway too.
How do you send them to your bio? You're just saying
you just say, you know, put it as part of your you know, put it as part of your description or meme or whatever. I mean, that was one of the things that they specifically said down in Florida, that helps do that kind of thing. And so that was just kind of an additional tip. And that's the first time I'd heard that. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good tip.
Are there could you, when you're on the Instagram, like the Instagram, can you easily spot the people who are service related pictures? You know, I mean, or is it just mostly pictures of professional photographers and illustrators and products, where services is really hard to show? And I was sarcastic with being in a grocery store taking pictures of the produce, but Dustin, you said no, that's inside. It's kind of soft.
I do stuff like that all the time, you know, a picture of a pineapple or something, you know. And you can change the background settings of the pre-programmed inlays of different backgrounds and stuff like that. And So it makes it look interesting or something like that. But just
Oh.
cruise around on Instagram and take a look at the pictures there. You'll see all kinds of different stuff.
But there's a little bit of everybody out there. So basically, you just want to brand yourself, and whoever's in your audience, whatever they have interest in, anything that they're interested in would be good to put up there too.
Right.
So, and people have interest all over the place. I mean, people are interested in all kinds of stuff. So it just depends on who you're talking to, the person, your persona.
And I'd say, as a brick and mortar type business, show what's in your business. Show what's the waiting room, or the background stuff, or anything that people might be interested in. Like Tom said.
Wow.
That's all I got for today, guys.
Cool.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Well, this was. I think we had a good time today. I know I had a good time. So, Dustin, thanks, Melanie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Dustin, you want to say anything before you head out?
No, I'll see you guys next Tuesday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time.
Oh, let's say this. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, Bill Pesco-Solido is for anybody that wants to learn a skill about recruiting, how to recruit more people into your network marketing business or anything like that. This is one of the top guys in the industry, and he's doing a free webinar tomorrow, teaching you the skills that made him that took him to the top. And it's going to be great, and I'll put a link down there if anybody wants to see that. But it's a free webinar, and you guys come take a look at it, and that's what I want to tell people about. So, Melanie, you got anything else?
I want to encourage people to still experiment with what Google Plus can do for them, because you can't know until you stop dipping your toe in the pool and get in.
That is so true. That is so true. And shout out to Chris Brogan too. I just stumbled across one of his things. I think it was an older blog post, but talked about the 50 things that you can do on Google Plus, and I shared that on Twitter, and he's saying he can't believe that so many top industry people were coming in here and how accessible they are. So, I mean, this is a place to be, and I'm with Melanie all the way on that. It's great for the SERPs too, so you guys get on over here and let's have a good time. So, well, that's it for today's show. So let me say goodbye to everybody, and y'all come back next Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern Time and 10 o'clock Mountain Time, and we'll have a little party. And Dustin, I hope your ears are better by then, my man. I know.
We're hoping for the ears, yes.
Making you crazy. Well, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you later. Thanks so much.
See you on the next show. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.